Hey guys, it's Chelsea Messenger with Picks and Parlays. We're talking NFL playoffs headed to Kansas City where the Chiefs are hosting the Red Hot Browns. It's National Championship Week in college football, and we've got a special code for 20% off the entire site at picksandparlays.net. The code is CHAMP. The Chiefs are favored -10. The total is 57. Some big numbers there when we're talking about a spread and also a total. We've got Sean Higgs joining us to break this one all down for us. Sean, what do you think when you see a double-digit spread in the NFL playoffs and it's not even the first week of the playoffs, and also that total of 57? What do you make of this game?
Yeah, this is a tricky one here because, you see the 10, everybody's like, well, the Browns, who they really beat this year? They got 5 turnovers, and the Steelers still came back. Let's be honest, that game was 28-0, and they were in cruise control from then on. They scored when they had to score, but really, the Browns, I don't know why'd you take your foot off the pedal because, you're facing Big Brother who's owned you, and they come out, they totally disrespect you on every social media platform, and in every interview, they mock you. But listen, I liked them last week at 3. It went up to 6 when they lose guys. They're going to pretty much have those guys back. They're going to have their coach back. And listen, 10 points here. I'm going to take the double digits, obviously. I'll buck Andy Reid. The guy's awesome on bye weeks, coming out of his bye week, extra rest, 83% winners. Yes, but listen, they're on a 1-7-1 ATS run or something like that covering. Haven't beaten those, and they've won 7 of those games, but 6 they're all by 6 points or less. 2, 4, 3, 7, 6, 6, 3, 3. 0-7-1 last 8, and those are the win totals. Now you're laying 10 to a team. Make fun of Cleveland all you want. Baker, 14 TDs, 1 interception. Nice little run he's having there. Chubb's a pretty good running back. Hunt's pretty damn good himself, and prop-wise, maybe throw a little something on him facing his old team. KC now basically with 2 weeks of rest for their starters. And again, we just mentioned their winning margins. You're telling me they're going to come out here, okay, hey, it's the Browns, they're terrible. No way. It's not happening. They haven't looked good in 2 months putting teams away. I don't think they're turning on here. I mentioned the run game only because 2 years ago, we saw the Patriots come in here and kind of keep Mahomes off the field, run the ball a little bit, and get to a Super Bowl. Now, I'm not saying in any stretch of the matter that Baker is Brady, but he's been playing like Brady a little bit, 14-1 down the road here. I got 2 good running backs. I got an offensive line. I got tight ends. My head coach is back, and Baker is being the quote-unquote manager of the offense here. He's not doing anything crazy, but he's got some receivers. He's got some running backs. You keep Mahomes off the field, you're going to win games, and you're definitely going to be able to get into this back door here, getting 10. So that's where I'm at. Give me the 10 here.
Yeah, I think that's going to be the game plan for a lot of these underdogs is if you can run the ball effectively and keep the other quarterback off the field in that opposing offense off the field, try to control the clock kind of like the Colts did to the Bills. And I think the Browns can definitely do that here because they've got one of the better backfields in all of football with
Yeah.
Kareem Hunt and Nick Chubb. That being said, the Chiefs should be able to blow the Browns out. The problem is, will they? Because that's been the Chiefs all season long. There's no sense of urgency with this Chiefs offense. They know they can score at will, and it almost seems like they're just toying with other teams. They'll let them hang around until the last minute. They're like, oh, yeah, we have Tyreek Hill. We're going to just throw him the ball. So I think that's the case with the Chiefs here. Their goal is the Super Bowl. So I think that their motivation to blow teams out week by week is just not there. They're not worried about covering spreads, especially spreads that are 10, because when you're talking about a 10-point spread, that means you have to be absolutely blowing a team out for the back door not to be open. So I'll probably be on the Browns as well, just because too many points. Yeah. That being said, I think there's going to be a lot of touchdowns in this one just because the Browns defense has let teams hang around. We saw in the Steelers game how many touchdowns they gave up to a Steelers offense that is completely lost. So I'm not super high on this Browns team. I'm not taking it for that reason. I'm taking it just because the points are too many and Kansas City has no urgency.
No, listen, going back Kansas City opening day, I had them over, I was going to say San Diego, but the LA Chargers. And all of a sudden, Taylor's out, you got a rookie quarterback. And I'm like, this should be cool. No urgency. They're trailing the whole game. Maybe they come out because it's the playoffs. But again, it's been 2 months since we've seen a full, complete game from these guys. And total-wise, 57's a ton. And if that's the case, then we're going to see the 40 plus year from Kansas City, and then mid 20s from the Browns, and that's the way it's going to be. So if you like the over, you think it's going to be a KC 20-point win, something high in the mid 60s. And if you're on the dog here, you're thinking it's going to be, low 31, 24 type game, 29, 20, some wacky number there. So you like the dog, you're dogging up favorite. You're going to think it's a Chief blowout and go to the over, but I'm thinking dog in the under here.
Yeah, I think they definitely have a correlation there. I'm not touching any of these totals just because if you take the under and it hits the over, you're like, why did I do that? Kansas City can score all these points. They have so many weapons. But at the
Yep.
same time, I thought that when they played the Falcons, and that was what, 17-14? I thought those two
Yeah.
offenses would be an easy over, and that wasn't the case. So not touching a total for me on that one, but that's going to do it for our NFL talk here on Picks and Parlays. Great stuff as always from Sean Higgs. Sean, thanks for joining us.